Okay guys, 24.2 is here and we have a 20-minute AMRAP. Who would have thought? So our workout for this weekend is 300-meter row, 10 deadlifts at the recommended weight of 83 for the guys, 56 for the girls, and into 50 double unders. I think this is a really good workout. It's another very accessible workout for the majority of us average CrossFitters. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So, a couple of things I'm thinking about on this workout, and much like they mentioned in the announcement, the row is not where the race is won, but it certainly can be maybe where the race is lost. Don't pull the row so hard that it's going to affect other movements, because you want to be moving smoothly through all of these. Coming off the row, straight into the deadlifts, straight onto the double unders, and back onto that row. Now, if you watched the announcement, you would have seen that they were really not pulling much more than a 1:45 pace throughout the whole workout. Now, for them, that is pretty easy, I would imagine. For us, might be a bit more challenging. I don't think I'll be holding that pace. But it gives you an idea. It was slower and steady throughout the whole row. The transitions will be where a lot of time is won or lost. So if you can set up your stations, so the rower, the barbell and the rope in fairly close proximity, you'll probably save a little bit of time by all the transitions, A couple of things to think about. You're not allowed to wear gymnastic grips if you thought that might be able to help you and your grip. Unfortunately, that's not allowed. You are having to reset the rower every time, so that 300 meters, once you hit it, will have to be reset. Now, you can get your judge to do this, if they're willing and able. If not, you're going to have to make sure before you start rowing that you reset that rower to 0 every time. There is no floor layout, okay? So you can position your rower, if possible, with very close proximity to the deadlift bar and the skipping rope. Now that would probably be one of the areas you can make up a lot of time without working any harder. We saw them in the announcement that they had to walk back and forward to the bar. Now I imagine a number of people will be setting their bars up very close to their rowers, and the same with their skipping ropes. They really don't have to walk very far to get to their stations. Deadlift, there's only a few rules. Make sure that you're locking out at the top of that movement, knees and hips fully extended, shoulders and head finishing behind the bar, and no deliberate bouncing the barbell. Just make it easy for your judge, okay? Make sure that you are fully extending. It's very obvious that you're doing so. It's only 10 reps, but as we get tired, it's going to get harder and harder. So just make sure you're not getting lazy on those deadlifts. And last thing we want is a 83 kilogram or a 56 kilogram deadlift, no rep, okay? Let's not do that. What I'm thinking about this workout, steady row pace. As you saw Justin and Colton on the open announcement, they were rowing about a 1:45, which is pretty steady for them. I'm probably going to be thinking I'm going to be holding a little bit slower than that, so maybe 1:50, I imagine, maybe slipping a little bit closer, maybe 2 minutes, maybe. But that's fine, as long as the deadlifts and the double unders are smooth and I don't hesitate getting back onto them. Deadlifts, if you have to break, if this bar is fairly heavy for you, then I would maybe think of where you want to break, maybe 5 and 5 or 6 and 4, but a quick shake off. It's not 5, stand around for 10 seconds and then get back to it. It's drop on that 6th rep, quick shake off, get back onto 4. Then the double unders. If you're efficient in double unders and you've got 50 unbroken and that's no problem for you, I would say trying to go smooth and steady on these, but try and do them unbroken clearly is going to be your best option. If you do have to break, then maybe think of breaking before you get to failure. So maybe get to 30 reps, quick shake off, 20 reps, and then get straight back onto that rower. If you haven't quite got double unders, I think this workout is great because you can still do a number of double unders, rest, do a number of double unders, and then you'll be accumulating those 50 across that time. I think this is really good for everyone really to be able to get into. And even if you haven't really mastered double unders yet, it's a 20-minute AMRAP, so you've still got plenty of time to practice the double unders. Even if you go single, single, double, you'll be accumulating those reps, like I said, and you'll get 50 done. So you will definitely get a few rounds in there. Okay, guys, if you want to know some ideas for targets, what you should aim for, and pacing, well, I've written some down to give you some ideas. So As they said on the announcement tonight, between 5 and 8 rounds is a good target. 8 to 10 plus is going to be really good / elite. Okay, so that gives you a bit of an idea of maybe where you should aim for based on how you are with the deadlift at 80 or 50 for the girls and double unders, how efficient you are. So to give you an idea, 4 rounds you would have to be going around a 5-minute per round pace. 5 rounds you'd have to be going around 4 minutes per round pace. 6 rounds would be about a 320 round pace. 7 rounds you're going to have to be moving around 250. 8 rounds would be around every 2.5 minutes. 9 rounds is around 210 or just over for 9 rounds, and 10 rounds is going to be around 2 minutes a round. Okay, so that gives you a bit of an idea of how fast you're going to need to be moving, but that's everything included. So transition time as well. So just think about that. You know, by the time you get off the rower, do the deadlifts, get onto the double unders and finish the double unders, that whole round time is inclusive of the movements in between. Okay, so getting back on that rower, that's going to take a little bit of time. So just think about that. So you're probably going to have to be going around that pace or maybe slightly quicker just to get back onto that rower to be able to start moving. So gives you an idea. Hopefully that gives you a bit of a guide of where you should aim for, and it gives you some benchmarks to try to hit throughout the workout. So for argument's sake, if you're going for an 8-rounder, by 10 minutes, clearly you're going to have to be doing around 4 rounds. So try and break the workout down, well, that's how I'm going to do it anyway, to give myself milestones to hit along the way, to keep the 20 minutes not so tedious of just rowing deadlifts and double unders. A couple of things to think about, just some tips. Make sure the rower transition is nice and smooth. So I would suggest keeping the straps open a little. You don't need to worry about tying them up and loosening them every time. You're going to waste precious seconds there. So keep them a little looser so you can just slide your feet straight in. You don't need to be pulling crazily hard, so you don't need to be really strapping your feet down. So make sure they're easy to get in and out of. Make sure your rope is put down in an efficient way so you can just step into the rope. You don't want to be getting your rope caught up in your feet, so you're having to undo a rope, trip on it, because you're going to waste precious seconds there, and all these seconds will add up over 20 minutes. The barbell is pretty much the barbell. Just get straight to it. Don't deliberate. It's 10 reps. Even if you do, break it down to 2 sets, 5 and 5, just get straight to it. There's no point in resting before, because you're going to waste precious seconds in this. Guys, well, that's my view of this 24.2. What do you think about it? I think it's a really good workout. It's really accessible for everyone to try and get involved in. Even if you haven't really got double unders, it's a great workout. You've got 20 minutes to try and put something together if you still want to go RX in this year's Open. I'm going to have fun with this one. I'm going to be in tomorrow night and I'm going to give it a good bash. Let me know how you get on over the weekend if you're taking on this workout. And if there are any tips that you would suggest after you've done this workout, how we can get better scores, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe, because next week will be another Open announcement and I will be doing my tips and tricks to get the best score possible. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.